Anyways, so were we muted?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were muted. Well, hello everybody.
Hello. Second time.
Second time is the charm.
Oh, that's
we
what
were
they always say.
just discussing how you guys would, I think they'd like a nickname.
Yeah.
I was like have something to call our viewers. Jared said we need to have something to call our viewers.
I was longing to call you something.
Okay, so
Longing.
tell us in the comments what you guys want us to call you.
Yeah.
Basically,
Anything.
Like
not anything, but
as an audience member. Like, you could call them the audience, but I mean that's kind of everybody uses that.
Hey audience.
Hey audience, but no, that's
Yeah.
We'll
come up with something.
We'll come up with something, or you guys will come up with something on your comments here.
No one's really said anything yet.
Yeah, not really. Wait, banana?
That's not a good one. That one sucks.
Yeah, that. Wow. Just straight up. Yeah, that one's okay. Perfect. So we have some interesting things to share with you tonight. We're basically going to tell you how and where to eat.
We're going to tell you how to eat.
Yeah, basically, we've come up with we've both come up with our own hierarchical rankings of fast food places. Audio still not coming through?
No. I've got your mics on, and they're not muted.
Oh.
It is because someone's saying call us banana, so they're definitely hearing it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you can hear us, comment.
I can actually see our levels moving on the thing over there.
It's not moving up here, which is why it's
Where?
Yeah, everyone says they can hear us, so.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Renee's
You're
just
good.
dumb.
Oh wow!
I'm just kidding, Renee.
The one person who could just cut us off. Wow, that's harsh.
Wow, someone said Brent and Jared's minions. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, we're doing
the minions.
That. Welcome, minions. Brent and Jared's minions in the evening.
God, that kind of.
Yeah, we're doing that.
That's pretty good.
That's it. The minions. We're calling you the minions. Welcome, minions.
Okay.
Oh, we got the AC going.
Wow, it's probably
that's
so
the
loud.
First time that's
audio.
happened.
Why is this happening?
Oh,
What
wow.
a show this is.
Yeah, this is kind of a janky show already.
Yeah.
A little bit. So, anyway, we're going to tell you tonight about how you're going to eat and where you should eat. We both have hierarchical ranking systems for fast food. So, let's dive right in there.
Do you want to
dive
start
right into some fast food?
Do you want to start with mine?
Yeah, let's start with your.
Is that what you wanted? Did you want to do mine first?
Yeah, let's start with your ranking system, Jared.
Okay.
Oh, you've got it up. Okay.
Let me.
Awesome.
It'll be up there on the screen.
I'll pull out my phone so I can see everyone's comments.
Yeah, you be the comment
on everything.
person.
Let me see now.
All right. So I've just kind of put together a little list. A little list of foods
things
and stuff.
to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, audio.
Oh, again, you do that every time.
Yep,
it's
pretty
like
much.
Full volume. But yeah, as you can see up there, I'm kind of blocking some of it, but there's only 2 right there, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this is my ranking. So as you can see, at the very top, I have the God tier. So that's like
that's pretty high praise of fast food.
That's
places.
that's the good stuff. The next one is, I would definitely eat here. It's good. It's not God tier, but like it's still really good food.
Yeah.
And the next one down we have.
So why are those there? You have to explain to us why what's in the categories and why they're there.
Okay. Do you want me? Okay. I guess I'll go by categories. So.
Yeah.
God tier. These aren't in.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna fix something. You keep going.
Okay. Oh man, what is he gonna fix?
I'm gonna fix something.
So, the tiers aren't ordered in any particular order. So like, Chipotle is in first and Cane's is in second. It's not like that. But I mean, Chipotle. Come on, it's Chipotle. Chipotle is so
that makes
good.
Me a lot
like the
happier.
chips.
Yo, the chips at Chipotle?
Yeah, the chips. It's just so good. It's amazing. And their new queso is.
The new queso, because their first queso was.
It was
just that.
So.
It was crap.
I've never seen so many upset people at a restaurant.
People got legit enraged
because they just built it up so much. They're like, just wait till they eat their queso.
Previous
and it was so
queso.
Bad. But their new one's good. And we have Cane's. Their chicken's just so good.
Cane's chicken is
What I do is I order it extra
It's some of the
crispy.
best.
Have you ever gotten that?
Extra crispy?
Extra crispy chicken.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I was like, it's always kind of like, you know, sometimes it's kind. I mean, it's still really good, but sometimes it's just kind of soft, and just. And
Okay,
I just
yeah.
like my chicken crispy, and their sauce is so good too. And Chick-fil-A, it's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
man.
Chick-fil-A is Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Like,
Panera
can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
is like, there's just so many options.
Jared is
food
wrong.
is so good. No, I am not wrong.
Laura says she feels like Taco Bell is too high.
Okay, well, we're getting there. So I would definitely eat here. I know Brent very much does not agree with me on this one, but we have Taco Bell, and I like Taco Bell.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
we know you like Taco Bell.
I'll say it. I mean, I just
it's
don't think
okay.
it's that bad.
I feel like Taco Bell. I'll talk more about Taco Bell when we get into mine.
He'll
but
talk about Taco Bell.
I will talk about Taco Bell.
But yeah, and then we have IHOP. IHOP is just there's nothing like just being at an IHOP at like 2 a.m. with just breakfast.
I mean, that's the time.
and,
That's
like,
the only
coffee or
time.
hot chocolate.
Like if you're at an IHOP at 3 p.m, something's wrong with your
no,
life.
that's not allowed.
Like you've made a bad choice.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Like
And then Mod Pizza.
IHOP
is
more
just
like
so
I
good.
can barely move.
ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, what an acronym that made. Mod Pizza. I mean, Mod is so good. You can put so much crap on your pizza. Panda Express is just so good, and they're so good. Okay, so this is the next category. Is I would eat here, but I won't feel great about it. So it's
I'm
like
surprised Freddy's made that part of the list.
it didn't. It's the one below it. It's
Oh,
right there.
gotcha. Okay, I
We're
see.
not there yet.
Yeah, okay, we're not down to that tier
about
yet.
Freddy's. And we have McDonald's, Popeyes. I won't talk too much about these because I feel like no one loves McDonald's.
I mean, you're
You're
technically wrong, but not in spirit.
Yeah,
There are people who love McDonald's, but they shouldn't.
I don't like them though. If they like McDonald's that much, that's like
You base your evaluation of people off of whether or not they like McDonald's.
I don't know. I feel like it's a certain kind of personality that would like McDonald's that much, and it's not a good one. Then we have
funny.
Popeyes. I don't really like Popeyes that much.
Oh, I didn't even think to put Popeyes like on my
I didn't
list. Like
either,
that's how
but-
much I don't even think about Popeyes.
I don't think about it, but I just know how upset I am when my parents get Popeyes.
Your parents like bring back Popeyes?
Yeah.
Like,
Because they have
for
like
your
a
family?
special, like a Tuesday special where you get like a leg and a thigh for like $1 or something.
They're gonna have the Tuesday special where I can get a
Tuesday
leg and a
special.
thigh.
Leg and a thigh, anyone. Yeah, it sucks. And, like Wendy's is okay. Wendy's is solid.
Wendy's is pretty solid. I agree with
Like
that.
I won't feel great after, but like
Yeah.
you know.
I mean that's true.
And then Sonic's the same. I know you don't. Brent hates Sonic, so
I mean,
I'm sure he'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'll talk about it when we get to my
Yeah,
my
he has
ranking
some strong
system.
opinions on that.
I have some strong opinions about that.
So next one is titled "I Hate It Here." So
Okay.
here we have Freddy's, and
Mike says he will fight you over this list.
please be as specific as possible on what you disagree and don't disagree with.
Yeah, tell us exactly what
Yeah.
you don't agree with.
So Freddy's just sucks. I mean, their burgers are so bad. Like, they're so salty, and they're flat, and they're, like, weirdly shaped, and they look weird.
I think you just don't like the idea of Freddy's. I don't think it's actually that bad. It just makes you angry because you're like, flat burgers shouldn't be this flat.
And it's just, like... And I like the chicken, but, like, when I get a chicken sandwich, it's just these two buns with just, like, chicken tenders in it. And I'm just like, get out of here.
Get out of
But yeah,
here.
that's how I feel about that. This is the one Brent will agree with me is Burger King, although you would probably put it on the this isn't food level.
I mean, we'll talk about that. There's
that.
a long and sordid history I've had with Burger King.
I'll save the Burger King one for Brent. That's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah.
But at the bottom, we have this isn't food, and I feel very strongly about this list. You will not.
I feel like
will
I
not
agree
budge.
with most of this part.
First,
that you're
we
gonna
have
talk
Taco
about.
Express, and dear God.
Yeah, no, Taco Express is not food. For all of those of you who are wondering, Taco Express, do not go there.
It is not good.
It is. I mean, you can go there, but you will have to rush to the bathroom right afterwards. Like,
It is
guaranteed, 100%, you are gonna have the thunder squirts afterwards.
Oh,
Like, 100%
It's
Thunder
so
Squirts.
bad. That's all I can say about that. Is just it just sucks.
Yeah, what was your... I remember your story about Taco Express. You have to tell us your story.
So I was getting it with my roommate, and we had a bunch of friends in the car, and it was my first time eating there, and I got this, like, green chili burrito or something.
Oh.
And, of course, it was, like, you guys can't see the green screen behind us, but it was, like, that color green.
Yeah.
The green chili. And it was just, like, almost the consistency of, like, a liquid, like, water.
Ugh.
And it was just all over my burrito, and I, like, tried to pick through it, and it was just everywhere.
Didn't you have the experience, though, where you went through the drive-thru and they, like...
Okay,
they, like,
first
nuked
of all...
your burrito?
Yeah, okay. So, first impression is, we go through the drive-thru, and the drive-thru window's on the passenger side. So you ordered through the driver's window, through, like, you talk like normal, you're like, yes, I'd like. And then you pull forward, and it's over on your right.
So they don't know how to design the drive-thru, first of all.
No. And if you don't have friends with you, you're just screwed. You're just, like, kind of throwing your money at them, and they throw your food. And then we, like, ordered, and then we see this dude literally turn around and just shove our platters in microwaves.
Oh. Yeah, I
And
feel
he
like
just,
if the
like,
fast
waited,
food
kind
place,
of, like, just...
If the fast food place has to nuke your food in a microwave, like, run screaming from that place.
It's not good.
Yeah, my experience with Taco Express was I was working really late one night, and my boss brought me a burrito. And I actually think it was a breakfast burrito.
That's hard to mess up.
Mike was saying Taco Express, you have to get breakfast. But I think this was a breakfast burrito, because it was at like 2 in the morning. And I ate it. And it was good. Like, I enjoyed eating it. But then I woke up 2 hours later.
Oh.
And my body was like, hey, let's go. We're going to have the worst 2 hours you've ever had.
Not good.
It was bad. It was really bad. So,
that's Taco Express.
like, yeah, that's basically Taco Express.
And then coming in last, we have
Coming
Little
in
Caesars.
dead last is Little Caesars.
I feel like I don't have to explain myself.
You really don't. Like, Little Caesars is pizza in the like spiritual sense. It is pizza.
It is.
But
on paper it's pizza.
On paper it's pizza, but like when you eat it, you're like, yeah, this is
yeah.
It's questionable. I mean, it's definitely not real food. I can eat it. And
I can't.
But
like, I won't even, like, I gave you my slice that
you
one
did,
night.
You did
like,
give me a slice. Because you had, like, 2 slices on a plate, and then I was like,
There's
hey,
3, actually.
I'm going to get one. And you're like, whoop, and there's, like, another one just,
just hiding
appeared out from underneath.
I don't know how I ended up with so many pizzas to begin with, but...
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
paper.
my list.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Enos, we're going to have to boot you for becoming a little political here. He says, honestly, as a single dude, all food matters. Some maybe not as much as others, but hashtag all food matters.
Guys, I can't explain this enough. This is Brent and Jared in the evening where we don't get political.
We don't get political about food. We just tell you what's right.
If you get political,
say do it.
Yeah.
Explain yourself. You got to get the crazy bread. The crazy bread at Little Caesars is better than the pizza.
That is true.
Is
like,
better.
I would eat that.
But I mean,
because it's bread. I mean, how do you mess up
saying something
bread?
is better than like basically garbage doesn't mean. I mean, that's a low bar to jump over.
That's
like
a
really low bar, really low. So,
want to go over your list?
Yeah, let's. So my list is actually 3. It's actually like very complex. It has multiple tiers.
I feel like it's very different than mine.
It's a very tiered list. So I'll just explain it first, then we'll show it to you. So the first tier of my list is like the food poisoning tier. Like if you go here, you will die.
You will die. Wow.
Basically, like it's bad. Like Taco Express is in that category, which is why you're not even going to see it today.
I agree.
So I just skipped right over that category. The next category is like straight up fast food. All right, so we'll show that one here. So basically, you've got your fast food tier, and on the fast food tier, like down near the bottom, you have like Sonic. Okay, so Sonic is not great. I mean, so now here's the caveat though. We're talking about the food. If you're talking about food, Sonic is not great. It's just like you eat it and you're like, bleh, like
I'll
that
kind
was
of
terrible.
agree because they used to have really good wings.
Yeah,
that I would get,
and
but then they took it off, so now I don't know what to get.
Yeah, so basically, like Sonic burgers, the patty's super thin.
I mean, yeah, because I
and
don't
it's
think
not
anyone
good,
thinks Sonic
and it's
for
covered
food.
in like tons of mayo. And I just have a thing against burger places that default to putting mayo on your burger.
You are
like,
the
that
devil.
should not be a thing.
Like
I understand if you don't put anything on there, but don't default to mayo.
Yeah.
Mayo is just throat grease.
Oh.
It's just there to help things slide down easier.
Oh.
It has no flavor. It's just throat grease. That's all it is.
Oh.
Renee does not agree with me. So
many adjectives.
anyway, yeah, Sonic's service is much worse than their food, which is sad because Sonic used to have really good service. And especially
their
here,
car
though.
hops are subpar.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, here in Colorado, it's, like, some of the lowest ranking Sonics in the nation, though. So I think here in, like, Colorado, it's not a fair subset
Yeah.
to, like, judge the speed of Sonic,
I guess,
basically. But
yeah.
Sonic has good drinks. That's the only thing
And I
they
mean,
really
that's what
have
people
now.
think. It's like Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Like, no one is like,
Basically.
oh, let me go get a hot dog at Dairy Queen. What the frick?
Yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah.
So now the next thing you have, and you'll see these kind of like, it's kind of like a sloped tier, but you have Burger King and Taco Bell. Those are kind of on the same level, and they're just below McDonald's. So like, Burger King used to be in the food poisoning category for me because I ate there when I was 11, and the patty was like raw.
And Brent holds a grudge.
And I hold a grudge, so I was like, I'm never coming back here. So I didn't for years. And then when I was 21, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this again. And I went and tried it again, and it was like dry and terrible. And so I was like, okay, another 10 years, I'll wait. So my 31st birthday was yesterday. And we all went to Burger King. And I ate there, and I definitely had like the Burger King sweats afterwards. Like, I definitely felt gross for the rest of the night. Like, it wasn't the best experience, but it wasn't like my burger is raw and I'm gonna get food poisoning level. So
I mean, maybe go to the place you like least in all the world for your birthday next time.
I mean, maybe that might be a good plan. I also drug all of my friends there, and they were all looking at me like, why did you do this to us? None of us wanted this. Oh, and the people at the Burger King were freaking out because nobody was there.
Oh, and then all of a sudden,
like 25 people descend upon the Burger King, and they're like, we are not ready for this.
No.
It was really funny. So anyway, but Burger King since I was able to eat there and actually survive, it has moved out of the food poisoning category. We've moved out of the food poisoning category.
That's something.
I put it right there with Taco Bell, but I have to give an extra point to Taco Bell because Taco Bell, you get cravings for.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain times where you're like, I know this is terrible, and I know I'm going to feel terrible afterwards, but I need Taco Bell.
It's kind of
right
a
now.
comfort food, too.
Kinda, yeah. Like, and I actually, because it sort of has vegetables in it, like if you order a normal taco.
That's pushing it.
I mean, it is, but
that's a lot.
compared to, like, Burger King and McDonald's, like,
I would eat a Taco Bell before
real.
I eat those, though.
Yeah, so, and then McDonald's is slightly above those just because it's not good, but it's not going to poison you.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, there's a slight chance of food poisoning at Burger King or Taco Bell. But
I actually have gotten food poisoning from Taco Bell.
yeah. Well, you ate there a lot, so
yeah, so I was
laws
more
of
likely.
averages there for sure. So McDonald's is, like, there, and, like, you know, it's McDonald's. Like, you can't hate it, but you can't
Because they kind
love
of
it
have
either.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
They're, like, the
I don't
best
know.
at being mediocre as far as the fast food category goes.
but it kind of sucks because lately they've been trying to be more than mediocre.
That's true.
And it's just like, no, know your place.
Just be what you are,
Just
McDonald's.
Don't try to be something
Although I will
else.
say the next one on my list is Wendy's. So Wendy's has actually occupied this cool, like, between good fast food and bad fast food little void. And that's why it's kind of by itself, because Wendy's is like, they've made this special area, because Wendy's used to be like down below McDonald's for me.
Oh, really?
Like back in the 90s, Wendy's was trash.
Yeah.
Like they were bad.
I found
Like,
myself in the Wendy's
fries
a lot
were
in the 90s.
thick and no salt. Like, you remember that? Like, the fries were flavorless back in the day.
Oh, I wasn't alive.
But
so
they've
no.
like in like the past, like, I don't know, like 7 years. That's true. You weren't.
I was joking.
But yeah, wow, you're so much younger than me. That's
Yeah.
so weird. You were like a baby when I was doing this.
No, I wasn't alive. I'll reiterate that I did not exist on this planet.
Exist. Wow, that's so weird to think about. A world without Jared. I'm sure Sasuke has something to say about that. I'm positive.
Everyone's mad I wasn't at the Burger King party. That was Brent's own fault because he scheduled it during worship practice. So
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I couldn't make
I actually didn't schedule it. My wife did, so you can talk
Laura,
to her.
What the frick? Yeah, as you're down here, except Jared, what's your excuse? It's because of you.
It's all because of you.
All your fault.
So, my next category above Wendy's. So Wendy's like really turned it around like 7 years ago ish.
They got their crap together.
They really did. They're like, we're gonna like push forward at being better, and their burgers and their fries and stuff are like. Actually, like their chicken sandwiches, like they feel like real chicken. Like they're really good.
Their chicken nuggets are so much better than McDonald's.
Oh yeah,
because McDonald's has that weird breading.
I don't know. McDonald's occupies that same space as Taco Bell for me in the nugget department because, like, I know they're terrible, but every once in a while I just have to have McDonald's nuggets specifically.
Dude, the breading on the Wendy's nuggets are so good.
I mean, I think
the sauces. Good. Oh,
the sauces and stuff, it's good, but like. There's something about I think it's part of like having them as a kid in a Happy Meal.
Oh,
like every once in a while I need that specifically.
See, even as a kid, I was like, these kind of suck.
Oh wow,
yeah,
you were a weird kid.
I was kind of a prude when it came.
You know why? Because you probably didn't have chicken nuggets as a child since you were born so late until after Super Size Me was a thing.
Probably not.
Because McDonald's ruined their nuggets for several years after Super Size Me. Because it used to be just like whatever random chicken parts they ground up and stuffed inside the. And those were good because it was like moist and good. But like then Super Size Me came out and exposed them, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna use all white meat in our nuggets, and it was like super dry and terrible. And since then they've kind of figured out how to make it not dry and terrible and still all white meat, but it was bad there for a few years. Probably when you were a kid.
Probably.
So I apologize for making them for documentary filmmakers trying to make the world a better place. So above that, we've got like the higher part of the fast food tier, and that's things like I put Freddy's there, I put Chick-fil-A there, I put Raising Cane's there. So I put Freddy's there because I mean they have good stuff. I actually like if you want to go into the whole chicken sandwich debate, like who has the better chicken sandwich. Personally, I think a
don't say it.
Don't.
I'll fight you. I'll kill you right here.
Like Freddy's has a really good chicken sandwich.
Gosh,
I actually really like it. The breading is good. Like, it's a good chicken sandwich. It's not as good as Chick-fil-A, but Chick-fil-A is like, I almost put Chick-fil-A in their own category. Like, you really can't compare Chick-fil-A to a lot of other things, because a lot of other things aren't Chick-fil-A. Like, it's kind of its own little bubble that's just as good. But, like, I think out of the contenders for chicken sandwiches, Freddy's is a very strong contender.
Mike says, who goes to a burger place for a chicken sandwich?
Me. I do.
Freak.
That's who does that. I do. So... Anyway, so that's kind of the fast food tier of things. You can kind of see like the progression. There's like good fast food, bad fast food on the spectrum. So the next category is the like sit down fast food category, where it's not a sit down restaurant, but it's not it's not like a full sit down restaurant either. It's like somewhere in between. So we'll pull that up.
Is this like where you have Chipotle and whatnot?
Yeah. So like on this one. Basically, you can see, and this one has a lot of sub places actually, like a lot of sub places. So like Schlotzsky's and
I didn't even think about Schlotzsky's.
Jimmy John's.
I never go to Schlotzsky's.
I don't either. I've been there like twice, but every time I've been like the reason you go to Schlotzsky's is for the Cinnabons. Let's be real. Nobody goes there for the food.
They're so good.
Yeah, it's just a place to buy Cinnabons. That's not the mall. That's what Schlotzsky's is. Like they should just call it Cinnabon Place. That isn't the mall. That should be their name.
Why do they also have so many things?
Yeah, they
like
got
sandwiches
a lot
and
of
like
stuff.
pizza and
they don't
mac
really
and
know what
cheese
they
and
are.
spaghetti.
So anyway, and all of it's like but you can sit there and like you will go sit at a Schlotzsky's. You won't go sit at like a McDonald's unless you can, but no one likes doing that.
No one likes it. Yeah.
So and then there's like Jimmy John's, which is like for me the price greatly outweighs how good it is. Like I can spend as much at Jimmy John's as I can spend at a lot of these other places, and Jimmy John's isn't like near as good as some of them.
See, I like where you have Jersey Mike's compared to that's like me.
Yeah,
because
like
I think
Jersey Mike's is way
above.
better than Jimmy John's.
Because the Mike's way when they put, bro,
that's good. And they're like their Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, those are pretty good.
They're just
those are good.
They're tasty.
But anyway, so Jimmy John's it's not bad. but it's not like great and it's expensive. So I just know that because in
For
college,
the price, yeah.
In college, Jimmy John's was the only place that would deliver. So I ended up eating that when like nothing else was open and I wanted food, but I didn't want to go get food.
Yeah.
And I was always like, it's not bad, but it's basically a sandwich. It almost feels to me like Jimmy John's is like if you went to a grocery store and bought higher end ingredients like a fancier bread and some lunch meats and a some lettuce and stuff and made your own sandwich. Like that's what it would taste like.
As far as like quality for like money goes, I feel like Subway is the more like is the more like where you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. Subway's kind of in that bottom
Subway's
tier
good,
along
though. I
with
do
those.
like Subway.
It is good, but it's like in that kind of, I'd put it between the second tier and the lowest tier here. Subway occupies
I
like
probably
a little,
would too. Yeah,
a little middle space in there.
Yeah.
And then the next tier is like you got your Panda Express, I put Hoo Hot on there because it's the Mongolian barbecue place here in town, but there's like a bunch of different ones.
Don't you have to sit down there though?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But I still wouldn't consider it like the level of a sit down restaurant. It's still kind of like, and it's not fast because you make your own food there. It's any Brazilian place where you make your own food.
See, we didn't know that. My roommate and my brother went there one time, and we were expecting it to be like
go in and get your food and leave.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we went in late at night.
You had fun.
Yeah, and we got there. And we also were expecting the price of fast food because we're just going to get like a snack or something. So we got there. It wasn't fast food and it wasn't priced like fast food. And we're like, we don't want either of these. So she like brought us the water and the salad and she was like, I'll be right back.
And you were like, oh no, what have we done? Oh, and you left?
We left the
Oh
restaurant.
no!
Yeah.
You just ditched. You didn't even
we just
dine and dash. You just dashed.
We just dashed without the dime. We got out of there real quick.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No way to scare off teenagers late at night faster than being a sit-down restaurant.
Because, I mean, who wants to sit at a Mongolian grill place for, like, hours at 11 o'clock at night?
Okay, so I have a question. Where does a grocery store big sandwich, like, fit on the list? Okay, no,
like
not...
a Safeway sandwich?
Yeah, like just a
thing?
sandwich that you make. I'd put it,
Those are
like,
pretty good.
in this category, like, towards the lower end.
Okay, but those are always dry as frick, though.
That's true.
Like, there's nothing on those.
That's
like,
true.
you gotta put something.
That is true.
Or you will choke to
Okay,
death.
Mike, I have to clarify, because Mike said do not compare Hoo Hot to Brazilian Grill. And I'm not, because a Brazilian Grill is in a whole different category. That's like where you go and sit down and they bring you, like, every kind of meat there is.
Oh.
It's like a giant buffet of meats. And that's
like
completely different. I'm talking about Mongolian, the places where you go and they have, like, all the stir-fry stuff and you make your own. That's the type of restaurants I'm talking about when I talk about Hoo Hot.
Yeah, Brazilian
I'm not
is like
talking
a
about
date
Brazilian
place or like a
steakhouses.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, that's totally different. So,
Jersey
and then
Mike's
we've got
is just
Jersey
high
Mike's
up.
and Chipotle. Those are like you're better. You go in there and you sit down and you
Chipotle.
eat, but they're not like sit-down restaurants. They're a little
Yeah.
more casual than that. Jersey Mike's is good. Chipotle is good. Qdoba's like a lesser Chipotle by like half a tier.
It just kind of
There.
depends
Yeah,
on what you get.
I guess that's true.
Like, they have good nachos, and you can't get nachos at Chipotle, so...
Yeah,
Like, if you want something like that, you
that's
go
true.
there.
And then you've got like your Panera bread and stuff at the top. Like that's not technically a sit-down restaurant, but it's like, and I think this category is exemplified by you sit down to eat there, like you always sit down to eat there, but they don't bring you your food.
Yeah, it's like
You
go
have to
get
go get it and then you go
yeah,
sit down.
It's like
I think that's what
halfway.
this tier is. And there are some Paneras where they actually do bring you your food. There are some, but they're
Really?
not here. Yeah, they have like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
sensors in the table.
No, yeah, I know, because the one by here used to be like that.
Yeah, and then they
Because
got
you
rid
used
of
to have
it.
your flag, and they would be like, where's your number? And then
Yeah.
they would get it.
So there is technically more sit-down Paneras, but I still put them in this category. And there's a lot of things like Panera, kind of those like bakery, come in and get food places, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's so this is like the mid-tier next part. And then we have sit-down restaurants.
Nice.
So sit-down restaurants are like, now you're getting up into the next tier, basically.
Yeah, you can't just grab food and leave.
No, you definitely can't grab food and leave. This is where you're definitely eating there, and they're definitely bringing you your food. And this is kind of like, so I have to put Olive Garden on this list because Olive Garden has to be on this list because of the nature of the restaurant. But I'm
Don't
just going to
agree.
go off by saying I dislike Olive Garden immensely. Because
It's not
because it's terrible, because it's not terrible.
when you're there, your family.
It's the Panda Express of Italian food. It's not terrible, but you know what you're getting. You know, okay, Fazoli's
Dear
is
Lord.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Fazoli's is like back down in the fast food tier. It's way back down there. Let's not even talk about that.
It's like
but no,
boiling
here's the
sauce
deal with
pots.
Olive Garden is that I can spend just as much money at any of these other places and have better food than Olive Garden. Olive Garden does not give you the right food for how much it costs. That's the only annoyance with Olive Garden. If they were like a 3/4 of the price, I would say it's a perfect restaurant because you're getting, a little above, you're getting mediocre Italian food.
Yeah.
For a mediocre price. Like that would be perfect. But you're getting mediocre Italian food for a full-on Italian restaurant's price. I don't like that. So that's why it's at the lowest part of the tier. The next one you've got like your Applebee's, your Chili's, your Red Lobster. Like none of the food there is like great.
Applebee's and Chili's just are the same place.
Yeah, they are. Like I swear
identical.
they are. They have the same color scheme. They have the same everything. Like they're basically
Literally
the same
in the logo,
restaurant.
they're the same.
Yeah. So, but they serve all the same food. It's like Americana.
A la mode.
So, anyway, so that's kind of where I put like those. Is they're like at the bottom end of the sit down restaurant tier, and then you've got like your Red Robin.
I love Red Robin.
Like Red Robin is a good.
I didn't think of that.
It's not like the best sit down restaurant, but it's a good sit down restaurant.
It's like the
Like, you get
bottomless
a good
fries
burger.
are like a. Dude, that's
true.
That's pretty killer.
That is true. So yeah, that's good. And then you've got like your Cheddars, your Outback Steakhouse. Like they're definitely better than Applebee's. They're not perfect.
They're way better.
But they're better.
Outback, dude, I don't know. Outback's pretty
pretty good. Like it's not. That's why it's not at the top. It's not like the best steakhouse,
Yeah.
but it's a steakhouse.
I've
Like
never
you can
been
get
to Cheddar's.
pretty good stuff. You never been to Cheddar's?
No.
It's pretty good.
Don't we have one here?
Yeah, it's like right down the road.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, they're all pretty good, but they're not like the best. And then you've got things like Longhorn Steakhouse, and you've got like those higher end sit down restaurants. Some of the like more mom and pop chains like occupy this space. That's just like a really good sit down restaurant. You know, you go and you
they're
get.
just gonna be better.
That's where you get like your sides and your steak and all that stuff, and it's
4
it's
to
good.
5 sides.
Yeah, your 4 or 5 sides. Yeah, but that's like you got that tier of like.
Where
good
would you
sit
put
down.
Texas Roadhouse on this?
I'd put it like between Outback and Longhorn.
Really?
Yeah, like
you think
right in between.
You think it's
there.
better than Outback?
I think it's a little better than Outback. Yeah.
Really? Huh.
As far as like their steaks and stuff go.
I do like it a lot. I just didn't think you would put it there.
I put it like right between the Cheddar's, Outback, and Longhorn Steakhouse.
That's good
tier.
because price-wise, it's pretty fair.
Yeah, it is
like
fair.
you can get a lot of deals at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, and Longhorn is pretty expensive. Like it's.
And you can get Texas Roadhouse.
I would also, and I haven't been there a lot, so I don't actually know, but I would actually put P.F. Chang's up in that top.
Did you know they all went out
true?
of business?
Really?
Yeah.
What about the one here?
I think it's like they all went out of business.
Oh wow!
Like
well,
during everything.
Maybe it shouldn't be in
We're
that
not getting
part of
political
the
or
tier.
anything, but during
all the
everything,
stuff.
Yeah, they like went under. I think.
Oh,
that's what I heard at least.
Well, that's sad because I haven't been there in a really long time, so I guess we'll never know.
That's definitely
the world
like
will
high
never
up,
know. It's high up. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
I figured just looking at it, you're like, that's you got your Maggiano's like
bro.
the
I mean,
good
your name
Italian
just isn't,
restaurant.
Like, Maggiano's is good.
Yeah, that's like up in that top tier with Longhorn Steakhouse, things like that.
Yeah, you don't just like name yourself P.F. Chang's and you're gonna be high on the list. With
You
that
gotta
name.
be.
That's
you
a
gotta
powerful
be.
name.
That's a power name. That's a power move right there.
Oh,
that name. And so then like, basically, on the next tier, which I don't have a graphic for because there's no real way to make a graphic for it, is like the extra fancy sit-down restaurants.
Like
so the next
melting
tier,
pot and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're talking. I mean, yeah, I guess I could have put that on there because that's more of a chain. But most of the places in the next tier aren't a chain. Like most of the places in the next tier are like your ultra fancy sit-down restaurant. So it's like, like here in Colorado we have like Flying Horse Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Which is like a very specific, but it's the places you go and you're not getting out of there for under $150 with 2 people. Like you're just not gonna do it. Like with tip and everything, it's gonna be at least $150. Like so, Melting Pot, Flying Horse.
Melting Pot's so
there's a
good.
really awesome little restaurant down on 24 called Carlos Bistro. Where
I've eaten there. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Did the owner come out and say hi to you? Like while you were eating?
I don't know. It was a big group of us, so they probably hated us.
Oh, so we went there. I took my wife there, and like the owner like came out into the parking lot and was like, welcome, and like took our coats and sat us down. And then like,
that's cool.
Like it was awesome.
That is
and they
awesome.
had they served you a lot of food. Most of the ultra fancy places, eating is more of like an experience.
Like at the Broadmoor.
Yeah, like at the Broadmoor, it's more like you don't really eat enough food to actually get full. They just give you little tiny portions, but it's about the flavor and the experience. It's not really about eating at that point.
Yeah.
It's not about getting full. Like when you're paying $150 for food, it's not
like
about
a
getting
hibachi
full.
grill kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's more for the experience.
Yeah, hibachi grills would be kind of, most of them would be in the lower part
I
of
would
that
say the
tier.
last list you did probably.
Yeah, well, no,
Like-
they wouldn't be in the last list. They'd be in the fancy restaurant
Really?
tier because they are expensive.
That is true.
Like if you take 2 people to a hibachi grill, it's
Get,
gonna
like,
be
steak
like
and shrimp or
it'd
something.
be like $60.
Yeah.
But they're in like the lower part of the fancy like the expensive
yeah.
fancy restaurant tier.
Because they're not like...
They're not the Broadmoor. They're not
Yeah.
Flying Horse. You know, but it's that's kind of that tier is kind of occupies its own space.
Someone said, what about Casa Bonita?
Casa Bonita.
Oh,
Oh.
honey, come on, dude.
That one's really hard to categorize.
See, that's
though.
as far as experience goes.
It is an experience.
Yeah,
like,
but like as far as food goes, that is in like the fast food category.
yeah,
for
it's
me.
like that
Like,
one's
that's
so
rough.
weird because they're like your experience level is like the fancy restaurant.
It distracts you from the food.
It distracts you from that.
You don't
yeah.
taste it at all.
But the food is not.
Yeah.
I'd put it maybe in the like, in the like sit down but not sit down restaurant tier.
Yeah.
Like the Panera Bread tier of food, like somewhere in the middle of that tier. That's where I'd put the Casa Bonita's food, maybe.
I don't know, because I like Panera's food.
Well, no, I like Panera's food too. I'm not talking at Panera's level, like in the middle of that tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because it's not like quite fast food quality.
I mean,
It's not McDonald's.
depends what you get.
Okay.
I've gotten some bad things. I've made
to
some...
be fair, I haven't been to Casa Bonita in like ever.
I've had to improve
So-
some choices I've made. I've built on mistakes that I've made.
I've built on
So now I'll have a
mistakes.
decent experience there. I haven't been in years, though.
Yeah, I feel like there should be another category like off to the side that's like the locally owned place.
The locally owned crack
You know, like-
houses
well,
that
no,
everyone
no.
loves.
Not quite there, but we're talking about, like there's always the group of like Indian restaurants, Chinese restaurants,
Yeah.
Vietnamese restaurants, like and they're not all like Asian restaurants, but there's ones that are like local Mexican restaurants,
Yeah.
and they're all kind of the same.
Because
They're
like
all
if
in
they do
that,
good, they're like, we'll put one at the south side of town. We'll
yeah,
put one on the west side
and
of
I
town.
feel like all of those restaurants that are kind of that kind of food, like it's obviously a family business.
Yeah.
They're either amazing or they're awful.
Very.
There is no in between. Like you never
No.
go to one of those places and it's like, oh, that's okay. Like
Yeah.
never. It's always like, wow, this is like the best like
See,
local
we have one like
food
that.
I've ever
it's
had.
called Adolfo's down Pueblo.
Yeah, I've been
It's
there.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
So that's one of the good ones. But then
I'm
you go to
surprised
like
you've been there.
you go to like the Chinese restaurant in Woodland Park. And that's
Fortune Dragon.
Yeah, that's it's not good.
God.
It's not good at all.
No.
So yeah.
And the inside is like kind of crazy.
All right, let's read some of these comments because we have a lot of them now. Where's Texas Roadhouse? Unless it's high and you can't see it. Okay, so we talked about Texas Roadhouse, so don't worry. We
Don't
got
worry,
it
we
on
addressed
there.
it.
All right. Oh man, lots of people want to know about Texas Roadhouse. Are you guys big Texas Roadhouse fans?
They were
Okay.
asking about the melting pot. We did do that.
Pretty close to politics, guys. Controversial.
Tink and Teddy likes plain bagel. Where's that
Plain
going on
bagel.
our list?
Oh, that's like a Panera. That's like Panera tier. Yeah,
That's what she's talking about.
I've seen that.
What
yeah.
is that, a restaurant?
Panera Bread?
Oh.
Oh, she's
no,
talking about Panera Bread.
No, like plain bagel.
I thought there was a place called the Plain
That's
Bagel.
what she gets at.
Oh,
Well,
is
that's
that
what she
your
gets at
daughter?
Panera Bread.
Oh, I had no clue.
Yeah, that's Dara on there. Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa's choice.
Danny thinks you're fake news, Jared.
you Brits don't get to have a choice
Oh,
in this.
Brits! Oh man.
Take your fish and
Oh,
chips
harsh.
and ginger beer out of here.
Oh, don't you know that you love ginger beer? Don't
Dude,
even
I love
act.
ginger beer so much.
Don't even act
oh,
like
I love
that.
it so much.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Fish and chips. Oh, when I was in London,
Fish and chips are good.
Dude,
when they're done right,
You're on the coast.
Mm.
Gosh, dang it,
you
dude.
gotta get those at like a higher tier
Oh,
restaurant, like a sit down level.
that's wild.
Yeah. What about Casa Bonita? Oh man.
How long have we
Look
been
who's
going?
late.
We've been going a long time.
Update you on what?
Amish cooked food. Amish cooked food.
Amish cooked food?
I don't know.
I know someone who could tell me about it.
Yeah, I wonder who.
So, yeah, Amish cooked food, I honestly don't know. I think you should make us some, Enos.
No phones at the table.
And then we can figure it out. Yeah, obviously. No pictures of dinner, right?
No live streams
But
talking
yes,
about
please,
it.
actually, that would be that's going to be our another Brent and Jared episode. We need to have
Brent and Jared try Amish food.
Brent and Jared try Amish food. Like and subscribe
That sounds
to get
like it could
Brent
be
and Jared
controversial.
trying Amish food.
Oh.
I think we should do that. I bet it is really good. I bet Amish food is like really good.
I mean, that's pretty much as like
you have to go
plain-
pull it out of the ground and cook
Yeah.
it. Like it's pretty healthy as far as like.
Your wife said she's gonna try to take you to an Amish restaurant. Those don't exist.
There's no Amish restaurants,
No,
are
that's
there?
the point. They're not allowed to use things.
Well, but there might be though, because the Amish people still sell stuff to Englishmen. That's what they call everyone else, by the way. We're all English.
That's an insult.
Yeah, I'm not
Danny,
English.
don't listen to that.
I am Irish. Thank you very much, Amish community, who's
Wow.
not watching this because you don't believe in technology.
Oh,
So-
they'll never hear it.
I just want you all to know.
That's the thing.
I
We
am
could,
Irish,
we
not
could say
English.
anything we want to the Amish community, and they'll do nothing.
That's
They'll
true.
never know.
That's true.
Hey, Amish people.
Although I
your
have it
butter's
on
not
good
that
authority that if they get mad at you, they'll just come sit in your living room and stare at you for like 8 hours and then leave.
Or stab you with a freaking rake or something.
Oh, wow. No, I don't think they go there.
I don't know though.
But yes, if there's an Amish restaurant, we need to go there and try that.
Yeah.
Or we can just have Enos make us Amish food
Yeah.
and then eat it on the show. So yeah, we definitely have to do that. Amish are well-behaved colonists.
God,
Wow, Danny.
they're well-behaved
Wow.
pilgrims.
That's very funny. That's hilarious.
See, that's what they would be upset about if they heard that. But
Yep.
they'll never hear it.
Pretty much. So, you have one more topic for us, Jared.
I do.
What is it?
So, should I go into it?
Oh yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah.
I mean, you took the time to do the research. We don't research anything.
I typed in a search thing into Google and just clicked on the first thing.
Oh my gosh.
So I Googled weird things found in fast food restaurants.
That's a good thing to Google.
Yeah, it's not great stuff. But, I mean, as you could probably assume already from last week's episode, there being 80-pound iguanas being found in fast food places.
Yeah, our last episode, they found an 80-pound iguana in a dude's
Yeah.
fridge in a pizzeria.
So you could pretty much assume what is possible.
Yeah.
So at number one,
Number one.
we have an unidentifiable chicken organ, which is awesome.
How is it unidentifiable?
I don't know. I feel like science should be able to
I feel-
identify.
Was it because it was like processed, or did they just pull it out and go, I have no idea what this is, but I know it came from a chicken? Like how is it unidentifiable and we know it came from a chicken?
Here, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So, earlier this month, I swear it tells it like a
Chicken of the
story.
trees.
Chicken of the
Iguanas are chickens of the trees.
Oh, a couple from the small town in Florida were returning from the movies and decided to swing by a local Popeyes fried chicken to bring home food for the young one.
Oh, it would be Popeyes.
After opening the box's greasy lid, the pair realized they'd gotten a bit more than they'd bargained for.
Oh dear.
The way this is worded is just amazing. Dangling from a deep-fried breast piece was, allegedly, the dark, shriveled remnants of a chicken heart, or possibly a liver. They don't know, and that's terrifying.
Oh.
They don't know.
It's just been like repeatedly fried by accident too many times and finally stuck to one thing they were
Oh.
frying.
It sucks.
That's really gross.
So, number two...
But I mean, that does make sense though. That's not completely strange because
mean,
you're
no,
finding a
'cause
part of a chicken in a place where they
chicken-
make chicken.
I mean, mistakes will happen.
yeah, I mean that makes more sense.
I mean,
than
although the employees do have to, like, grab the chicken and, like, give it to you.
Brenton
so-
might eat local food segment. Yes, we're doing that, Mike.
Oh, absolutely.
Brenton might eat local food. Brenton might eat local food. I can talk.
Brenton might eat a local food. Boom.
See, you can't even say it.
Oh, number
That's
two,
hard
we
to say.
have a syringe.
Oh,
And it was at a Burger King.
that's
so-
like yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
At a Burger King.
You just made it out of the food poisoning tier, Burger King.
Made his tongue bleed.
Oh,
yeah,
he got stuck by it?
Oh, who knows where that needle was? That's
Oh, I hate that. I hate everything
Mans
about
has
that.
AIDS or something now.
Oh. Go on to the next one.
Okay.
I hate everything about that.
I'm going to skip that one. I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
that
let's
one.
not talk about that one.
So, number 4, we have a knife.
A knife? Just,
Someone found in a Subway. I like how they're happening at all the ones we kind of had.
I feel like it's Subway, so it's probably one of the knives that they use to, like, cut the bread at the end. How did that end up in the sandwich?
He was like, here, ma'am, I'll just cut your sandwich. And he, like, slipped, and it, like, slipped under the lettuce. He was like, where's my knife?
Yeah, like...
Oh, well, it probably fell on the floor.
Those knives aren't small.
No.
Like, they're pretty big.
They're so big.
How do they accidentally get in a sandwich?
What? It was 7 inches long.
That's a really big knife to misplace inside of a sandwich.
He sued it for millions.
He sued them for millions?
Yeah.
But how?
Because he found a knife in his sandwich.
Then
He
you
sued
take
them.
it out. Like, it's not like you're going to accidentally swallow a 7-inch knife.
It's funny, it calls the person who found it the would-be sword swallower. Which is kind of amazing. The would-be sword swallower.
The would-be sword swallower.
That sucks.
That's fantastic.
Number 5 is a Band-Aid.
I mean, that's a classic.
And that's
a classic thing to be found in fast food. And that's gross.
That sucks. I don't want to read that.
I wouldn't eat
'cause
whatever
pretty
that's
much-
in.
Number 6 is a deep-fried chicken head.
The whole head?
I guess.
What restaurant was using whole-headed
McDonald's.
chickens? But
It was
how?
it was in a Happy Meal. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no.
Oh,
It's the worst place it could be.
You pop open your Happy Meal, you're like 6 years old, and instead of a toy, there's a deep-fried chicken head. Just there.
The
that's
McDonald's
terrible.
manager offered the startled family their meal on the house.
I hope so.
That's what he offered them.
Because that kid is traumatized for life.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sad.
number 7 is feathers.
I mean, considering they found a whole chicken head, that's not far off.
McNuggets.
Yeah, feathers.
I mean, that's
okay. Fair enough.
Number 8, human flesh.
How did they find that?
What is
like,
this?
how did they determine that was in there? I mean, I understand with like food prep, like piece of you cut yourself, accidentally cut a chunk off your finger, cut the tip of your finger off, maybe.
He
It ends up
was
in there.
slicing lettuce, and I guess he cut. It says the edge of his thumb off, or something, and he was just like, "This is probably still good," and just kept going. Tip of thumb, and
And obviously blood as well.
yeah,
Like,
he's like probably dripping because you know how fingers.
he's like,
bleed.
I'm just gonna keep making this salad.
I'm really gonna get Employee of the Month, so help me.
Oh, that's terrible.
Number 9 is a mouse.
A mouse. Ew, that's gross.
Yeah. He fully bit into it.
Oh.
Oh, it was
Ugh.
a Cajun restaurant. You probably thought it was chicken, and he bit.
Hot. Mm, that's gross.
That's not good.
That's real gross.
Number 10 is a finger.
Yeah, I think I've heard this story, and I'm pretty sure it was in like
It's-
a Wendy's salad or something.
Chili.
Or chili,
Wendy's
yeah, it was in the chili.
Yeah.
They found a full
That's
finger
what it
in
is.
there.
Oh.
My question is who cut their finger off in the food prep process and was like, well, I guess I'll just ignore that. That won't end up anywhere.
Oh, it says it was like planted to like
Planted?
scam the restaurant out of money.
Who has a human finger sitting around that's like,
A Nevada man who had given it to the woman's husband to plant in her food. A conspiracy.
man, I'm really surprised it wasn't Florida Man, but it was Nevada
Oh,
Man,
it's
which
Nevada
is
Man.
pretty much the same.
When all else
if you think
fails,
about
it's
it.
Nevada man.
It's Nevada Man.
Oh.
Nevada Man's
did you
like
hear
a
that
whole nother level.
story where it was like an unopened can of soda and there's a finger in it? Do you remember that?
No?
Like the dude like opened soda and like looked in and there's like a finger in it.
Who looks in their soda after
I
they
don't know,
open it,
but
though?
thank God that dude did. Imagine drinking a whole finger freaking fingers.
It like pokes
Oh.
you in the back of your throat and you throw up and you're like, what was that?
Oh,
It was
a
a
finger.
finger.
Classic.
I feel like that's kind of the same thing, though. Because there are magic tricks where you can get stuff inside of unopened cans of soda.
A finger though?
Well, he might
That
have done it with a
sucks.
finger to be like, oh, look, I found this in my soda and sue, just like the people with the chili did.
I guess.
Might have
Yeah.
just put it in there after he opened it and been
like
like, hey,
some
look.
factory worker.
Yeah.
Let me just cut my thumb off real quick. Just wait till they see this.
Not the thumb. You need the thumb more than the rest of them. Not the
Oh.
thumb. The thumb's important. Don't cut
is.
it. Don't cut off your thumb for
Appendable thumbs.
scams, kids. That's
do it.
not something you should do.
Definitely don't.
It's
Not
not
good
good.
life advice right there.
Nope, it's not great.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's that.
well, guys, I think that's all the time we have for tonight.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned something. We hope you learned.
We hope you learned valuable moral life lessons.
Yeah,
that you will
life
remember for the
lessons
rest of your
about
life.
where to eat and where not to eat, and how to rank the places you do eat.
And also
'Cause-
what could happen to you there.
Yeah, and what could happen to you there if you.
What will happen to you there.
it's like Taco Express.
Oh.
So yeah, be
Gosh.
sure to hit your like button, your subscribe button, and the notification bell. So then you'll know when we're going live, since we can't always get quite live at the right time. So if you click that notification
crazy
bell,
how that keeps happening.
you'll always know exactly when we're live, and you'll never have to miss one dripping, oozing moment
Oh.
of distilled Brent and Jared in the evening.
So many adjectives.
Concentrated Brent and Jared in the
Concentrated.
evening.
100%.
From concentrate.
Oh.
Yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Stay
Stay
frosty.